Should AI train you, or at least create your program? I've asked Claude, an AI tool that I just recently learned about. I've never used it, but I asked it to make me a 3-day-a-week program based on Chip Conrad of BodyTribe. And if you're new to this channel, hi, that's me. AI has access to every program out there and has evolved to be able to summarize and reproduce them. So should AI create your workout? So let's see how successful Claude was. And we'll answer a few questions along the way about what training really is. So what does a trainer, coach do? Teach exercise? Motivate? If so, then yeah, why couldn't your phone or your computer do that for you? What should a trainer do? Connect you to you. How? By teaching movement first, then exercise, and understanding the difference between the two. This is actually a huge flop in personal training and coaching. I've made entire videos about this, but not knowing the process of teaching movement before teaching exercise is the biggest fail in training today. So big that no one is actually talking about it because no one is actually realizing it. And it's all connected to, say it with me, purpose. And since no one is talking about it, then yes, AI can go ahead and train you. Claude and his kin can replace the vast majority of personal trainers since the industry has a massive gap in its teaching purpose. So, going back to what a trainer should be. How about a guide towards crafting a philosophy of movement and strength? Sure, be encouraging and motivating, but if a trainer is a Sherpa on a path to empowerment, then that trainer provides the tools for motivation while teaching the very real cliche that it's been in you all along. A trainer is not a doctor, a trainer is not a fixer, simply a guide, and profoundly a guide. Meanwhile, AI does not teach. AI provides information. We, as people with brains and souls, used to know the difference. Trainers kind of forgot along the way, and AI has no idea. We're all on different timelines on our journey. A beginner has no experience with this information, so AI provides nothing useful, just words with no context. An advanced athlete knows how to process the information, but might be bringing a massive gym bag full of dogmas along with them. So AI becomes more fuel for predisposed practices and prejudices. Possibly a small assist, but no new wisdom transpires. So let's look at what AI thought a program created by yours truly looks like, which in case you haven't noticed, I've been doing this entire time. Is this an acceptable collection of exercises? Meh. Maybe. They are exercises, and they are in some form of order, an order AI believes I'd approve of. These are workouts without machines involving full body movements. Is that what I do? Sort of. Is that how I train you? Let's look deeper. Here's apparently my key rules. Work at about RPE 6 to 8 most of the time, challenging but not grinding. Leave 1 to 3 reps in reserve on strength work. Huh? What we do say around these parts is you do one really well, then repeat until you can't do one really well. Leave little in reserve if you can still do another one really well. Move well before moving heavy. Yeah, I like this one. If something hurts in a bad way, swap it. Swap what? If my elbow hurts, do I go get a new one? Be specific, Claude. And hurts in a bad way? Yeah, actually, that's something I'd say. Shit, I made a similar joke later in this video. I'm guessing Claude wasn't trying to be funny. Progress slowly. This style, I guess it means my style, is about ability, not just exhaustion. The second part of that is spot on, but there's no speed limitations on progress. You do you, as long as doing you is about high quality connection. Here's a summary of my philosophy in bite-sized portions. Is it enough to spark your noggin into contemplation? Or would 150 pages of me showing you my work be a little more thought-provoking? How about the actual programming? I mean, it's not wrong. Well, okay, it's wrong for one big reason. Because I encourage you to use your experience to create your own journey from. This is not it. I'd never put together a workout quite this way. But if you did, and you crafted this path from your experiences, then I'd celebrate that with maybe a couple small suggestions that you'd be free to ignore. For instance, I don't pair movements like that in that way. I don't do a few of these movements. I have massive teaching levels leading up to most of these movements, and there's no variation in ability except for some perfunctory recommendations. Then it summarizes the BodyTribe philosophy a little bit more, and almost everything is out of context and doesn't really hold any lessons. It's catchphrasy, but it's not educational. The coaching cues aren't totally bad, just incomplete. They should be prompts for a dialogue, not just meme bait. My program comes from two very important foundations that have taken me years to understand. What do I know about you? And more importantly, what will you learn about you? For those dependent on obligation, AI will be just fine. What does that mean? Maybe modern fitness is built on a fucked up foundation. We're taught that we must control our journey, but all we know is this weird pecking order of domination and obedience. Our bodies must be dominated, often through the hormone bath of communal suffering. And this community is based around obedience to someone else's idea of punishment and reward. We're taught that this is bad and must be punished, and not in the good way. And there's the joke that AI unexpectedly stole from me. That punishment is a big decorated product of the fitness industrial complex. You suck. We can help. But it feels weird to suffer alone, hence gym culture. I've rambled on before about the huge cultural misfire of believing that suffering equals reward. But that's the foundation that modern workouts are built on. And AI can feed the suffering baby birdies just fine. Free thought, on the other hand, which is where true connection comes from, understands that challenge is the goal. And challenge is not synonymous with suffering. Nerds love challenge. It's not painful to us. It's expansion, it's experience, never punishment. All coming back to connection. Anyway, run 10 different programs through AI and get 10 very similar workouts. Slightly different wording, but still pulling from the same lexicon. Slightly different order, but still the same movements. And this is why personal trainers are actually dead in the water. Because most personal trainers think that their job is just to motivate and teach exercise. A small child can teach exercise. A chimp can teach exercise. A computer can teach exercise. Teaching the idea of exercise, actual movement, has never been the goal of institutionalized personal training. The industry wants you dependent on it. And for better or worse, this can take that job away. But as an actual trainer, I'm not teaching exercise. And I'm not just teaching you how to move, I'm teaching you to teach yourself. I'm training you to move, which includes the tools for you to keep learning and connecting with yourself. Here's my goal, to make you the I, as in intelligence, as in AI. That's not gonna work. Let's just say there's nothing artificial about you. Let's teach you to teach yourself. And yeah, I've got programs on my website. They're actually geared for you to learn movement and strength and independence. Our Initiate program is my own reconnection program that is a template for learning and creating strength. And it's free! And it's free, you beautiful lunatics, over at BodyTribe.com. Join our forums, which are also free, and just be part of our community, keeping these discussions going. Meanwhile, thanks for watching, thanks for inspiring, because you do. Far more than Claude, that's for sure. And remember, you matter. Treat yourself and others accordingly. See you next time. Oh, and don't be jealous if your squat rack isn't an actual living organism like mine is. This was a little unexpected spring surprise around here. Kind of cool, right? All right, see you next time.